Pippin, camera. When you're ready.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Who are the people that make you feel alive? Are any of them standing by your side? Are you chasing every sunset? Are you facing every fear? Are you reaching even higher when your dreams are disappear? 'Cause all our lives are just satellites, here and gone, like satellite moments, light up the sky, satellite moments, just passing by. Go Pip! Go! Yes, go Pip! Ooh, we finished on an augmented chord. Did you like that? 2, 3, 4. Pippin, the dog, of course. This is Satellite Moments. It's written by Fink. And it's performed by Treadaway. In that film, Bob the Cat. Street cat named Bob. Got a G, a D, E minor, and a C. And a down, down, up strum pattern. And you've got cardigans in March. I've got blisters on my fingers.
I've got blisters on my fingers.
And that's another spring take, although it's not spring yet. So yeah. What should we do now? Okay, for Satellite Moments, you're going to need 4 chords. The 4 chords are G, D, E minor, and C. And it's in that order. And those 4 chords just go around in a loop. And the verse and the chorus is confused over that. Okay, now making the G, you can either do this G, which is a 3-finger G, and you make that G by putting your first finger on the A string, A2, second finger reaching up here to the E string, and you're on the 3rd fret, and finally your 3rd finger down here on the E string, string number 1. That gives you 3-fingered G. Now it would be easier if you've made a 4-finger G. Now what you need to do to make that is to put your third finger up onto the B string on the 3rd fret, put your pinky underneath. It takes a bit of getting used to, but give it a shot. Pinky here, as I said, and so you've got 4 fingers. Now the reason this is quite useful, it will help you in the long run, you can get to a D. This finger stays in the same place, as you can see there. As you switch to the D, now you make the D by putting your first finger, dropping it onto the G2, as in G string, string number 3 on the 2nd fret, and your second finger down here on the 2nd fret of the E string, string number 1. Now it is a tricky chord. If you're just beginning with these chords, D is a bit tricky. A lot of people kind of just revert to the D sus2. So this is your opportunity to push yourself and try and do that switch from the 4-finger G to the D, 3-finger D. It's a great beginner song, this is, especially if you're just moving on from complete beginner. Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 to a D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with the G, I didn't mention you can play the 6 strings. Nice strum there, all the way down. And when you go to the D, remember to play the bottom 4 strings. Root string number 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on to strum patterns in a minute. But for now it's a gap of 4, or count of 4, for each chord. So we've got the G, we've got the D. Now we've got the E minor, which is a nice easy chord. So your first finger goes to A2, second finger goes to D2, and you can play 6 strings. E minor. So far we've got G, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last chord is C. C, yeah. It's a difficult chord, this one. You can, if you want, play the 2-finger C. So let's have a look. It starts on first finger B1. You can see that, can't you? Then we've got second finger on D2. And if you wanted to just stop there, you could do 4 strings. So you'd be going from the E minor down. That finger can kind of stay where it is. If you go from E minor, you twist and come down, play 4 strings. And that will give you that C there. If you want to go for the 3 fingers, which would be the third finger, I think I've said B1, D2, and you've got open strings in between, remember that. So open 1, you do want to play these, it do make it sound a bit nicer, but if they're not ringing out, don't worry too much. Get used to the shape and it'll start to clean up afterwards. So if you're getting a bit of a muted sound, keep practicing it, and it'll kind of tidy itself up, eventually polishing. You know, your chords, I call it polishing. Remember, if your fingers are coming down, they're going to touch. You want to stand them up a bit. Put a pencil under here if you want, so you get a nice clean kind of, it's almost like an arch to stop those strings buzzing. I had terrible trouble when I was starting out, the buzz. Okay, so back to the chords. So we've got B1, D2, third finger, stretch out here to A3. And then you want 5 strings on this C. If you want to go for a harder C, you can. It's called C with a slash and then a G. It's called G over C, or whatever you want to call it. 4-finger G. So your third finger will go up to the 3rd fret on the string number 6 on E string. Pinky goes underneath on the A string on the 3rd fret. So you've got 4 fingers. Now this is a 4-fingered C, let's call it that, just for convenience. So that is a harder chord. I tend to just stick to the 3-fingered C. Just make sure you don't catch the top E. Gives a bit of an E heavy, so be careful of that. So 5 strings on that. Okay, so they are the chords with the pattern. So let's just go over them. So 1, 2, 3, 4 D, 1, 2, 3, 4 E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can sing along to the song like that. That'll fit in nicely with that. Who are the people? Who are the people? Who are the people? Dun, 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 dun. And if you want to, you can just kind of keep it going. To the rhythm of the song. All down strums makes it nice and easy if you're just beginning. Now, if you want to put a pattern in, the down, down, up fits quite nicely. And that pattern is down, down, up. That's the first stage I would try. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. Tricky part is coming up because you catch your string. So, you know, be light as you come back up. Depends which corner of the pick you're using. Obviously nice and light there. Now if you want to make a complete pattern there, it would be down, down, up, up, down, up. So you would get this. Now I think this is pretty close to what they're doing on the song. And that is the chords. Now there is a nice little melody at the start. Now I think it's done on slide. I'm pretty sure it is on slide guitar. But if you want to just copy that, I can throw you the notes for that. A little extra thing to do if there's two guitar players where you're doubling up and you're doing a loop thing. So this is how we did it. We basically put first finger, or any finger you want, to be honest, it's a lead section, on the 10th fret of B, is that note there? You can see that. And then there's a quick little three notes there, little triplet. Now you can leave out one of the notes, but I think just leave it in. And so that is, I'm putting my second finger on 10 B, first finger goes to 8 E, I reach over with my pinky or third, whichever we want to do, to 10. And then back to 7. And those three notes are on the first string, which is E. So we have. You can leave out one of the notes if it's too difficult to do them all. 1, 2, 3, 4 notes, shall I say. You could leave out. But it's a shame really, because it is in there and it makes it sound quite nice. So then the second part of that little riff at the start, you hop up to 7 on B and then go back to 8 on B, then down to 7 again on B, finally to 5 on B. So altogether we get hopefully that will help you. Have some fun with that song. Great song. Take care. Bye.